What's going on, everybody? My name is Jason. I work at All Out Bikes in Four Oaks, North Carolina. And when was the last time you've seen three GT Interceptors in a row? Right here we have a 1991 GT Interceptor, a 1993 Interceptor, and a 1997 GT Interceptor. These are all going to be considered mid-school bikes. And what I've got here is this is our latest purchase. We took this on trade-in from a customer, and I was running short on time to get this video out for Tuesday, and I was thinking, well, there's several people that have been wanting to see videos of me working on bikes without doing any time lapse. And I don't do that a lot because I'll work on these bikes and I'll be working on them for 3 hours or even more. And who wants to sit in front of a computer and watch somebody working on a bike, and whenever most of the time, 90% of the time, it's boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pick one thing on this bike, which on this one, as you can see on the handlebar, this handlebar is actually, it's kind of rough. It's got some bad rust on it. And what we're going to do is on this video, we're just going to clean up this bar. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So with that being said, let's get started on this. The first thing that we want to do is we want to pull the original grips and bar plug off. So if you just kind of give it a grab and a twist, most of the time you can pull these out, but you do have to be careful because they sometimes do like to rip. So grab it, twist it, and pull. Ugh. Okay, now we need to loosen the brake lever. I want to get all of this off so I can do a good job of cleaning this. If I can get the tool into the socket there. Air is very good to get the grips off. So I picked this up at like Harbor Freight, and we're just going to put it up under the grip here. And just keep working it. Okay, so now that we've got the grips off, I'm going to take the brake lever off, and if you'll notice the rust right here, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just kind of pop the rust off. So we're just going to kind of pop that rust off, and if you'll notice, it actually, the knife sliding it across there doesn't damage the chrome, doesn't scratch it. And it does take most of that rust off. And then that's whenever
you can see the flakes going off.
Yeah. That's whenever you use the steel wool to kind of clean up the rest.
No pressure.
No pressure. So I'm going to get my steel wool, which is going to be grade 0000. Now if you'll notice there, I'm just going to kind of give it a good polish and see how it just kind of comes right on off. There's still some blemishes. That's not going to go away. We're going to have to be happy with that. As you can see, it does clean up pretty good. Let's go ahead and just do this real quick, and so you can actually see how long it takes. So let me see, it's about 5 minutes till 5, and this video is supposed to be out tomorrow morning. Let's go ahead and just do this real quick, and you can see how quickly this stuff takes. Again, I'm just getting the worst of the rust. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've done all different ways. There are some ways that are better. A chemical bath is better for this. However, it costs money, and it takes longer to do. Let's see, can I do that one any better? Oh yeah. That's even better.
I have to go in.
That spot right there?
Hold on. It doesn't want to focus on it. I can't get it to focus on it. It will not focus on that.
Yeah, sometimes you have to stop recording and then start recording again.
Okay. I'm a little closer. Hang on. Okay. That's probably as good as it's going to get. Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. So, okay. So, let's see, like I said earlier, it was like 5 minutes until 5. There is going to be very little editing to this. I'll cut out any time a customer comes in.
And my bad stuff.
What's that?
And my bad.
Editing?
And my bad camera work.
You're a lovely camera person. And as I'm doing this, if I see a spot that has deep rust, I'm going to see if I can pop that off a little bit more.
This works best for older stuff because new chrome is not good.
The newer chrome is not as good. Yes, you're right. So, now as I'm going up and down on the bar here, I know there's going to be some people that are going to be snickering. I like to give it a little bit of a twist as I'm polishing the handlebar.
There are a lot of nooks and crannies.
And I'll remove this. And a little bit of elbow grease, as my mom used to say. And keep in mind, this is right now. This is not being edited. Now you do have to keep a close eye on the handlebar because actually, one of my customers, he was using steel wool the other day, and his steel wool was scratching the handlebar. That would be TJ, and he brought the steel wool in, and I started using it, and sure enough, it was scratching. So the quality of the steel wool, they apparently got some larger strands of metal in there, because whenever I was trying it out,
Now you're working around the...
I am working around the sticker, or the decal, and trying to get all the little
Bruce is
stuff.
on his way in.
Sorry.
Bruce is on his way in.
Okay.
Hey, Bruce. Well, he's filming right this
And
second.
then let's see. All right, so we had to spend almost 10 minutes with a customer right there, Mr. Bruce. Nice customer. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got a brass cleaning brush that I got from a gun store, and I like this because one side of the brush is bigger and then this other one is much smaller for getting into the really tight areas. You want to lightly, and whenever I say lightly go around the welds without much pressure. Might need to get the small one. If you do apply pressure, what will happen is it will leave some of the brass behind, so you'll actually leave a little bit of a gold behind, as well as some scratches. So you want to kind of do it quickly and leave it. And then we're going to go back to the steel wool. So let me see, how long has this been taking? Not long. Be careful around the decal. You don't want to really rub that a whole lot. And that is pretty much going to be it. There's some missing chrome there, which is a shame. But we're going to kind of get a little bit more around the welds here. So I like to put my steel wool right here on the edge, in the corner, and I get a rag, and I just use the rag to really get up in there. And eye protection, you really should be wearing eye protection. But I'm an adult and I do stupid things. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. And then after you get all that done, yeah, that's looking good. Look it over, and if you see any spots, you can hit them a little bit more with a knife. Okay, now we are going to get some relatively clean rags. We're going to get some nice chrome polish. Good shake. We're going to hold the handlebar in place here. Don't like that. Let's go down here. That's better. And then we're going to put some on the rag here. Get some all on the chrome here. And what we're going to do is we're going to give it a little polish. And this is important because, one, brings out the shine a little bit more. It also will leave a protective coat behind. And this can make a mess, so just don't wear any good clothes.
What brand of polish are you using?
The camera person is asking which polish I'm using. I'm just using Garrett's liquid wax. So brought to you by Garrett's liquid wax, not to be confused with Guido's. Anyway, whatever. Oh, it's the comedy hour here at All Out Bikes. So I really need this thing to stay still. I'm really fighting this. get around the welds real good. Gonna get underneath. Did I actually say Guidos? Okay. Okay, now I really want to do a little bit more polishing, but we're going to show what this looks like here in just a second. And this is, I really want to do a little bit more, but just to show how good this is looking, we're going to get the camera person to get a good up close of this. Okay, so I don't know exactly how long that took because there were customers that were coming in, but as you can see, this handlebar actually turned out great. There's just two or a couple of a small area here that the chrome is unfortunately gone. However, we can just put a nice handlebar pad on there. It'll completely cover it up because everywhere else looks perfect, looks like brand new. So don't be intimidated on your vintage BMX bike. All you need to do is whenever you get it, you just pick one project and you do it. Then you pick the next one and you do it. Don't look at it and think about how big of a project it is. Baby steps. Start with one thing. Start with the handlebar. Clean it up real good. Put it back on. Stem. You can clean the stem. Okay. You can start with the fork. As you can see on this the bike here, this fork is going to be next. But this fork is no worse. In fact, is better than what the handlebar is. So I know that this fork is going to turn out really good. So don't be intimidated. Remember, baby steps, and just pretty soon the whole bike is done and you've got an amazing vintage BMX bike or vintage mountain bike or road bike, whatever you're working on. So be sure to check out future videos because I'm going to be working more on this bike. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to tell your friends. Check out some of the other videos on the corner of the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.